Yesterday, when I began my questions, I spoke about the significance of the Department of Interior and the role that the Interior Department has over Alaska lands because of our structure. And it's probably too small for you here, but you've seen it because I've provided you with many of the maps. It is a patchwork of color, but that color all represents the federally managed lands that we have. And it is significant, and it is a big part of my job, and it would be an incredibly big part of your job should you be confirmed as Secretary of the Interior. I mentioned yesterday that in the initial secretarial order, there were 7 mentions of Alaska in the executive orders and the secretarial orders that specifically call us out for enhanced review, pause. The most significant of those, truly, is the Willow Project up in the National Petroleum Reserve, an area that was designated by Congress specifically for its resource opportunity. The Willow Project is very significant right now in terms of its promise. The EA, the environmental analysis that was developed using the Integrated Activity Plan, this was done under the Obama administration. The final ROD was issued last fall. Now it's part of this pause. This is, again, probably the most promising area that we have for us. It is recognized as the job creator coming on in a state that has just been devastated not only by COVID, but by all of the other economic factors that have come at us. Labor, Alaska Native groups have come out strongly in support, and I'd like to submit a couple of the letters for the record here. But my concern is that you have specifically called out this project. On May 4th of last year, you and 4 of your House colleagues signed a letter requesting then Secretary Bernhardt to act unilaterally to suspend further action on the Willow Master Development Plan. So the question is not necessarily why you signed it. You've signed it, but what I need to know is if you're confirmed, will you commit to allowing the Willow Project to proceed without additional changes or environmental review, recognizing the trajectory that this project has been on, and your role to be an impartial arbiter of permitting decisions on Willow and other similar projects?
Senator, thank you for that question, and thank you for the packet you sent me. I read all the letters, and I appreciate you providing me with that information. And yes, as we've mentioned before, I think being a secretary is far different from being a member of Congress. And so I do take that role very seriously. If I'm confirmed, I will absolutely consult with you. I understand how important your state is to you, and I just want you to know that that the opportunities to speak with you on these issues, the opportunities to speak with Alaska Native corporations and Alaska Native people will be absolutely important, and I appreciate that opportunity. And of course, I will follow the law. I know that permitting is moving forward currently in the department, and I will take it very seriously.
Well, this is not just about important to me. This is important to the state, for jobs. These are important to Alaska Natives. This is important really to the country. This is a significant project, and if we can't produce oil resources within the National Petroleum Reserve, it causes one to question where.